This is where we are called to serve. And that call always begins with a roar. Amplified across communities. 1.4 million lions answering the call across 8 global causes. Empowering your service with every donation and every hour committed. Fighting diabetes in 36 countries. Bringing hope to families facing childhood cancer. Helping 488 million see their world again. Providing comfort and aid when disaster strikes. Building our future through mentoring the youth of our communities. Then suddenly, our call to serve became deafening. Within 90 days, the pandemic locked down 1.3 billion people globally. And that was just the beginning. Multiple wildfires in the United States. A devastating explosion in the heart of Beirut, punishing floods in Japan. An earthquake rocking Croatia. Unrelenting bushfires in Australia. Massive storms and devastating flooding in India. Destructive hurricanes ravaging Central America. It's difficult to imagine anything more powerful than a pandemic, intensified by wildfires, hurricanes, typhoons, and earthquakes. But there is. 48,000 clubs worldwide magnifying their service like never before. Lions, united to take on the challenges posed by multiple threats through grants, fundraisers, and their fearless service. Lions Clubs International Foundation awarded more than $5 million in COVID-19 frontline relief grants to Lions to purchase personal protective equipment for frontline workers, slowing the spread of the pandemic. Online, Lions and Leos came together to show their support in a myriad of ways, from sing-alongs to telethons to virtual fundraisers that grew in popularity worldwide, inspiring members from Indonesia to Italy. Despite the endless challenges the world faced in 2020, Lions never stopped serving, and they served safely, putting those funds and goodwill to good use to create real impact when help was needed most. As we regain momentum in 2021, there's no limit to where we can go, how we can serve, and the kindness we can create. We are your foundation. Who determines the foundation's impact? You. As citizens of the world, the amount you contribute determines how far your donations can go. Campaign 100 will magnify Lions service throughout the world. Lions Clubs International Foundation, LCIF, is your foundation. The number of grants you request determines the number of projects that can be completed. Together, we can respond quickly for a powerful impact. The power is in your hands. Your donations, your service, your leadership, all help bring peace, prosperity, and understanding to the world like no other organization can. We are Lions.
Good afternoon, my fellow Lions and Leos. That video helped to put things in perspective and to remind us how good it is to be a member of this noble organization. Welcome to yet another session, which is being hosted by the Global Leadership Team. We thank you for your participation, and we hope that you will learn something new this afternoon. As is customary, we start our session with prayers, and I'm going to ask each Lion and Leo present to just quietly say the Lion's Prayer. Where lions meet, we present, Lord, to weld our hearts in one accord, to do thy will, Lord, make us strong, to aid the weak and right the wrong. Amen. Today's session is about the LCI Connect. I am sure many persons didn't even realize that this existed, but this is something that all clubs will be able to find useful. And over time, we know that clubs will be switching from using the Zoom, which has a cost attached to it, to a tool that LCI has provided free of cost, and that is available to help us with our meeting and other events. We are happy to know that our IT Commission is able to walk us through this training process. And we have as our presenter, Lion Siobhan Sutherland. I am going to give you a little bit of information on Lion Siobhan for those persons who don't know him, and to refresh the rest of our memories about this very active lion. Lion Siobhan joined the movement in 2006 as the charter president of Alpha Lear Club of Morant Bay High School in Jamaica. After leaving high school, he went on to join the Lear Club of St. Thomas, and in 2017 became a member of the Kingston Mona Lions Club. Since joining the Lions Club, he served as Lear Advisor 2018 to 2019, where he earned an award of Outstanding Achievement from the Region Chairperson. He served as the club's Marketing and Communications Chairperson 2019 to 2021, and Secretary 2020-2021. At the district level, that is District 60B, he has been Associate IT Coordinator from 2019 to the present time. At the multiple district, he is Associate Communication Coordinator 2020 to 2021. During the Lionistic year 2020-21, while serving in his club, the district, and the multiple district, Lion Siobhan was awarded Secretary of the Year for the zone, that is Zone 4A. I'm so sorry, just give me a minute to get back in position. For the region, that is Region 4, and the district, he was also named a Lion of the Year. So our presenter today is very busy. Lion Siobhan did not focus much on his personal life, and I wanted to delve into that, but he's been keeping secrets from me. But we will take just his Lionistic bio, and we will use that to present him to you, my fellow Lions and Lears. Lion Siobhan, over to you.
Thank you very much, Lion Judy, and a pleasant afternoon to you all joining us. Leos, guests, Lions, good afternoon, good evening to you all. And it is indeed a pleasure to be the presenter of our Lions Connect tool provided to us by Lions Clubs International. So we're not going to wait too long. I'll just get the presentation up and we'll just go straight into it. Let me know once you can see the screen. Just a moment.
Yes, we are seeing.
Wonderful. Again, good afternoon, good evening to you all. And this afternoon, we'll be getting some information on Lions Connect. And like Lion Judy said, a number of us may not have heard of it or we know of it, but this is a tool available to all Lions and Leos, and it's free of cost from Lions Clubs International. So let's get right into it. So at the end of this session, we'll know more about LCI Connect. We should be able to schedule meetings using this tool. we'll be able to edit, cancel, and start a meeting and know some more information on what Lions Connect is all about. So the first question is, what is this Connect? Now, last year, 2020, we all went virtual without knowing that we had to use it. Some of us were hesitant, but Zoom became the meeting place for a lot of us in our meetings. But while we were using Zoom, Lions Clubs International saw the need for a tool and they launched the Connect, which is indeed a virtual meeting feature for all Lions. And this can be accessed through our own Lion account. We'll go a little further in how do we access it. But once it is that you have successfully signed up your Lions account, you have access to Connect. Now, the first thing is, yes, you're now talking about this Connect, and you'd like to know, how do you access it? Now, again, as I indicated earlier, once it is that you successfully registered for your Lion account, you do have access to Connect. If it is that you have not yet registered for your Lion account, the first thing that we want to do is to register. And for those of us who not sure where to go, once it is that we go to lionsclubs.org, then we go to the member login, and the screenshot that you're seeing here is where it will take you. If it is that you have not registered, you will click on the register option, ensure you know your member number, because it will be needed to actually start the process. And if you already created your account, just simply go ahead and log in using your email and password. For those persons who are already secretaries, I know this tool, we know it a lot. We would have used it because we have to log our reports, right? Now, once it is that you access your portal, your account, you're brought to the member portal. Again, the screenshot you're seeing on the screen. You're brought to the member portal and you're seeing your Lion app, insights. This is where you go shopping and you have the option to go learn. So I know the GLT has been talking about, going to your Lion account and going to learn, where you're able to go do some courses. But for today, we're directing you to Connect, where you see that around the red box around it. So once you log in, takes you to your member portal and you will select Connect. But once you select Connect, hey, that's it, you're in Connect. But you just don't want to go to Connect because, hey, we want to schedule meetings, right? So once you go to Connect, this is the screen it will take you to. You're seeing online meetings, messages, meet now, meet later, and our next slide will start talking about what this meet now and meet later is all about. But before going to that, once you log in to Connect, if it's your first time, it will actually have you start taking a tour of the Connect. You can skip it, but if you so desire to go back to the tour option is right here. You can click on it and you can take the tour of Connect and see if it is that you need how to use it. You're always able to take the tour. Now, the Meet Now versus the Meet Later tab. It says it all. If you want to immediately start a meeting, you'll go ahead and click on Meet Now. But for future meetings, you'll select Meet Later. Now, for the purpose of our session this afternoon, we'll be using or going through the Meet Later tab to schedule your meetings for future meetings. That's it. So we'll go ahead, click on Meet Later. Once you click on Meet Later, it opens up where you now fill out the necessaries for your meetings. So you'll go ahead, fill out the title, one moment. You'll fill out the title of your meeting, whatever you want, your description, the date of your meeting, the time it starts. What you also want to pay attention to here is the time zone that you're setting the meeting in, because you want to ensure that the meeting is going out and persons are getting the correct time and they're not missing the meeting. So you want to ensure you're selecting the correct time zone. Once you have completed your meeting details, you go ahead and select next. Now, your next, once you select next, this is where you're inviting participants to join your meeting. And there are a number of ways in which you're able to invite participants. So the first way is by searching names. So once the person has a Lion account, you're able to search for them and then you add them to be invited. Once you add them to the right here, you can always select the minus and you can remove them if you so desire. So by searching their name, clicking on the plus, then you're able to add them. And if you want to remove them, you select the minus sign. That is the first way that you're able to add the participants. Next way is by clicking groups. And we're going to talk about groups a little down in creating your groups. So you're able to, if it is that these persons are always the persons you're inviting, you're able to create a group. So you just click on your group instead of searching for the individuals individually. So you select the group. And if it is that you have a group, you're able to select the arrow or the little icon on the left to see the persons who are assigned to your group. Once you have selected that, well, this is the second option. The third way in inviting participants is by using their email. So this section here in red, highlighted red, is where you would enter the email and you'd go ahead and add them by clicking on the plus. Now, once you have selected the persons you want to add, you go ahead and click on next. So you'd have seen all your participants and you selected next. You select next. Once you select next, then you're taken here where you're able to review your details of your meeting before it is that you actually send the invitations. So you review. If it is that you need to edit, you'll click on back. You go ahead and make your edits. If everything is okay, you click schedule. But you're also able to save this as a draft if it is that you're not yet ready to send the invitations out. So we're going to go ahead and schedule. Once you click on schedule, pop-up box comes up telling you that your meeting has been saved successfully. The meeting is scheduled. Participants will receive an email. Well, all right, so just one more. They will receive an email, invitation in their email. I think I do have a slide coming up, which will show you what it looks like. Before I go on, are any questions?
We are good so far.
All right.
Lion Siobhan, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
Good evening, Lion Oliver here. Apart
Yes.
from the participants receiving an email, is there any other notification method? Because you know nowadays not everyone is checking an email.
Right. So unfortunately at this time, that's the only notification that is received. But if it is that you would like to say, like we are using, a number of us using WhatsApp as the easier communication, there's an option of the meeting ID and the code that is generated and you're able to see that in the, and we'll talk about editing a few and you'll see it. and you can send it to participants.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll move on. Now, for future meetings, like we're talking about now, for you to start the meeting, now the meeting it can be started 1 hour, at least hour before the meeting is scheduled. So if your meeting is scheduled for 5 o'clock, the earliest you can start is at 4 o'clock. So you can't start the meeting before 4, right? If it is that you want to do something immediately, then you'd have used the Meet Now option. So once you log in, you'll be on the screen and you see online meetings. The meetings that you have scheduled will be listed, and you just simply click on Start. And once you click on Start, it will actually generate the meeting. It will start, and your persons are able to join the meeting at that time. It could also be a situation that you will need to do some editing after you have scheduled the meeting. Once again, you log in and you're under the section of online meetings and you see your meetings. You click on Details, as you're seeing listed there. Edit. And once you click on Edit, you'll go through the process of editing the meeting as you so desire. If you're changing the date, if you're changing the time, you're able to make the necessary edits as needed. What if it is that we're deciding, hey, this meeting's not going on, I just want to cancel it? Again, pretty simple. Once we go to your meetings, you click on Details like we have been doing here, you see the option Cancel Meeting, and your meeting is canceled. All right, so that's scheduling your meeting, editing your meeting, and canceling your meeting. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward there. Again, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat line. Wendy, you let me know, or you unmute and stop me, it's fine. Earlier, I spoke about groups that you're able to create so that when you're inviting persons, you can select group. Now, similarly, we would have gone through the process of inviting your individuals. Now, once you would have selected your individuals to send your invitation, below the participants' names, there's an option that says create group with these participants. So once you select that, you have created a group. So for future meetings, you don't have to select them individually, but you'll already have your group created. Once you select create a group, you go ahead and you'll name your group and select the create group option. So you have that option, selecting your participants, then you go ahead, create a name, and simply create the group. Just as we create a group, we may need to edit it. So once you log into Connect, and where you'd have gone to your meeting details and invite participants, once you select the group option, the option to edit is right there. And you can edit any participant you so desire. So you can remove who you so desire to remove. And if you want to add any additional participants, you're able to do that. Oh, my friends, there's some questions that I know you may be there and you may not, don't want to ask it yet. But the question is, how do you join? For those individuals who have an email, that's the screen. So this is what the email looks like. I actually did a test and this is what the email looks like. The email actually comes from noreply@lionsclubs.org, via the mylion.org. So it comes in like this, and individuals who receive that email click on join or the URL that is below. Once you do that, well, if it is that you are a non-member or whichever member it is, even if you're a member, once you click on the link or you click on join, it will take you to a screen looking like this, and you're able to, well, if you're a non-member, enter your meeting ID, your name, and the password or passcode that was created for the meeting. So it doesn't matter, even if it says using the link, you'll be required to fill out at least your name from this section.
Here we have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
With the edit of the meeting option, can you add additional invitees at that stage as well?
Yes, you're able to do that. Right?
Thank you.
Right, so I said non-members. So yes, non-members can indeed attend a Connect meeting. You can use their email and invite them. And again, you're able to provide them with the meeting ID and passcode that's generated. Is there a limit? I can tell you, yes, just like Zoom, we have a maximum of 100 participants. Happy to say that, I think this was just last month, that it was 75, or earlier this year, it was 75 participants that were the maximum, and that was up graded to 100. So we're now allowed 100 for a meeting. You know, I spoke about the meeting starting. It can be launched at most 1 hour before the scheduled start time. Yes, there is indeed a recording feature for Connect. So you're able to record your meetings. And I've walked through a little, if I record a meeting, how do I access it? Now, once you're in your Connect, you see my meetings. Click on meetings history. You allocate the meeting that you want the recording for. You click on details and view recording. You see the view recording option right here that's highlighted as the red rectangle around it. Now, so there's also the option. Now, once it is that you start a meeting, friends, Lions, guests, and fellow leaders, there are options. So you do have the option of breakout rooms like we are used to, or we know of in Zoom. So you are able to put participants in breakout rooms. You're able to share. Go ahead. Is that a question?
Dave?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay. There is a question in the chat line, Chef.
Yes.
Is there a poll option?
There is, and what I will do, I will actually do a quick demo, if hopefully it works. But I do believe there is indeed a poll option in Connect.
And is the recording available is there an unlimited time, or?
It didn't indicate to how long. So at this point in time, I'll say it's there until we delete it. But no information was provided as it relates to how long it stays.
Okay,
but we can definitely research that. Go ahead.
And Denisa?
Yes, please. Good evening. A great presentation, first of all, and Siobhan, congrats. I have been following your steps, and I actually did create or schedule the meeting as you would have went through the process. But I have one question because I actually did cancel the meeting as you did show us how to do that. But I did not get a notification saying that it is canceled. Is that going to happen or should happen when you cancel the scheduled meeting?
It should. I did get one when I had actually did the test. So I'm not sure, and I can check on that as well. But I remember getting a cancellation notification.
Okay, thank you. I will check.
I will check on that for you, Line Denisa.
Maybe
Okay,
there's a
thank
time
you.
lapse.
You're welcome. Any other question?
I'm saying maybe there's a time lapse, Land Chef. That's why it didn't come in.
Possible, and I'll definitely check on that afterwards.
Okay.
For Line Denisa. All right, any other question? All right, so as I said, I will, for those who have, I'm happy to know that Line Denisa was going through and she was able to schedule a meeting. Yeah. And for those lines who, are here, have not done it yet, I will do a quick walkthrough. But while I do that, or, as I go into that, well, let me just do that right now. I'll stop sharing the screen and go and do that for you. All right, we're able to see the screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, so I'm on lionsclubs.org. Remember login screen option. And as I said, if it is that you have not yet registered, you will register. But if you already have your account, you go ahead and log in. Right, so you're on the member portal. For those persons who have never used My Lion, you get on, you see all your details, your service metrics for your club. So you click on Connect, which is to the right. And here we are. You're in Connect, and as I said, for the first time, it will ask you, it will take you on a tour. But we want to do a meeting. We're scheduling it for later. And we're doing a test. You don't have to put a description. It's up to you if you don't want to let participants know what it's all about. When will your meet? Well, it requires it. For tomorrow at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. And I use this time zone for me here in Jamaica. So my Jamaicans will know that it's 5 or 6 o'clock Jamaica time, right? And you go next. Here is a section where you invite your participants. So let me search for line Wendy. Let's see if there we go. And I'll also, and Judy, you have, so there we go. So I've added line Judy, line Wendy. Again, I can create a group with these names if I so desire. If I wanted to invite an email, I'm just gonna put my email. Right, so we can do that and we click on next. Again, we see our details of the meeting that we review and we go ahead and click on schedule. Meeting is saved and all participants should actually receive an email with this invite. Line Wendy, you can check and let me know. I'm checking if I got it.
Line Siobhan?
Yes.
This
That's
is
it.
Line Siobhan. This is Line Claudio. I have a question. When you save the meeting, is there anything in Connect that you can say add to your calendar?
Well, what with regards to adding it to your, I know in your, I didn't see that option, and I can check on that for you, Line District Governor.
Okay.
And let you know.
Okay, thank you.
But I know once it is that we send it in the email, like when I did the test, it does generate that calendar option and it's added to my Gmail calendar.
Thanks.
All right. So we have added that meeting. Again, if I wanted to edit, I click on details, edits, all the editing. And the question that was asked earlier, if we're able to add participants, we're able to do that here. All right. So I'll actually just go ahead and cancel to see if that comes over for me. And this option, as we said earlier, if it is that, seeing that this is a test I did it for today, actually. If I want to start the meeting, I click on join. It takes me to the screen to start the meeting. And this is what it looks like. How would you like to join the meeting? If you want to listen only, does everything here. So. All right. So here we are. So there's a polling option, chat option, screen share, breakout rooms. It's all available for us. And what I'd recommend, Lance, is that we take some time to go through so that if you have questions on it, you're able to reach out and we can just provide some assistance, right? But you are able to do all these wonderful things. It's available to us free of cost. That's a cost that we can take off for our clubs and we can start using it. If it is that you want to just start with some committee meetings to see how it works out before using it as a wider meeting tool for the for your meeting itself, you know, to get the nicks and knacks out and understand it better, start using it in your committee meetings. I believe.
We have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Can you change the date of the meeting? And will it send another email with the change of date when you edit it?
That should, and let us go ahead and see if that works. So this is the 22nd. I'll just put it for the following day. Go ahead using the same participants. So we can send out to all participants, or we don't want to send the updates. So I say send. And now we should actually get that email, hopefully. All right, I edited the wrong meeting. No. Yes, and it sends that notification to the participants. Question? Any further question?
Yeah, I
Awesome.
got it. Do you want to try the cancel one as well to ensure that the cancel works? So we can confirm for Land and Isa?
All right, so let me go ahead. So I'll just cancel this one. Yes, I want to cancel. Nothing's there yet, but I know I did get one, unless it was for something else, but that would be great if it sends a notification. Oh yeah, not seeing that either. Nothing came over.
Yeah, nothing came in.
All right, so I can find out my Zoom. Zoom is gone. Okay, no. So are there any other questions?
And Melissa, hand raised.
Go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, Lions, Leos, Lion Siobhan. I just saw you cancel, you changed the date of the meeting.
Right.
But would that mean then that I have two notifications, one saying I had this meeting? Is it looking like a new meeting that I have to attend? Because I see you didn't put in any note to say, previous meeting canceled, didn't put in any note, you just went in and changed the date of the meeting. So am I thinking I have two meetings here with this team, or the second one is a replacement? You know, I'm not seeing you saying that.
Right, and it would be great if it is that we make notes on it, right? But I know I'm just checking my email, and Lion Wendy went with, let me just check on it to see if it actually tells you that it's actually, it doesn't say.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't tell you that it's actually a updated meeting. So it would be great for us to actually go ahead and ensure that we are making notifications and communicating to our fellow Lions or the participants that the meeting time has changed, and especially the fact that we're not even seeing a cancellation notification. And thank you for that question.
Thank you, Lion Siobhan.
And Denisa?
Yes, please. I have another question. Like, for example, when we were first beginning to use Zoom, persons attending meeting obviously had to download Zoom on their tablet or computer or whatever. Is there any particular program or platform or anything that individuals need to have before joining the meeting?
Not at all. Not at all. Right? So I did it. I thought I had to download, and there was no download option. So that was great. Once it is that you enter the credentials, then you're just taken to the meeting. So it's more of a web than using an app.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Any other question? All right. So if there are no further questions, right? I know, again, it's been a pleasure, but if you want to connect with us, you're able to email us, it@subdistrict60b.org. We're ready and willing to assist. And, you know, if you know the person, the IT commission member who is in charge of your region, you know, if you don't know them, then you know you have our coordinator, Dan Wendy, who is also in charge of Region 3. We have Lion Alvin, is Region 2, and yours truly, who has responsibility for Regions 1 and 4. So you can reach out to us, and we're ready and we're willing to assist you. And for my colleagues who are in 60A, yes, you're able to reach out to us and we're able to help as well, because teamwork makes the dream work. We're a multiple district, it's not just 60B, right? So feel free to reach out as you so wish. Thank you very much. And it was my pleasure sharing with you this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Lion Siobhan. Now, I have to admit that I am not one who is top-notch on technology. And I'm not doing the vote of thanks, but I have to tell you, you made it sound like even me could connect with Connect. And so we want to thank you for that. Okay. In our audience, we have our district governor. And what I like with our district governor, you know, he doesn't just log on for the sake of logging on. He participates. And so we're going to give him some work to do. He can't just come and ask one question and then go. He has to speak to us. We look forward to hearing from him. So, Lion District Governor, may we have your words of wisdom, please?
Good evening, fellow Lions, fellow Leos, also our brothers and sisters, our Lions in 60A. I'm so glad to see that here we have the district doing a training, and we are inviting everyone from 60A and 60B to attend. Fellow Lions, Connect is something that indeed Lions invested in due to the COVID, because of course, as Lion Siobhan said, everything went to a virtual perspective. And of course, this has caused quite some cost for some clubs. And they were asking Lions International how they will be able to be helped. And Lions International decided, instead of going and paying for Zoom for everyone, to get a platform that they can use. And here we have Connect. I must say I have used Connect a couple of times and it has worked. Yes, just as Zoom, it sometimes has glitches, but these are all of the items that will be, you know, rectified and of course solved. I sure bet if there are any questions, you can always on Connect. There's also where you can send questions to get assistance. So again, this is a tool that I recommend to all clubs. Let the committees and all of them, if you are meeting virtually, you can use this. You do not have to use Zoom. And, you know, the free Zoom, yes, lets you for 45 minutes and cut you off, then you connect again. But this lets you go on. So, you know, there's no charge. I'm glad to hear that they increased it from 75 to 100. So again, you can see as we go there, they are improving the system. And again, like I said, I have used it and I know it works and it is good. Yes, I know a lot of us are accustomed with Zoom and Microsoft Teams, but this is a free tool. So we have no reason to say that they're expenses to hold virtual meetings, because this now is one place, like Lion Siobhan said, on your budget, you can put zero because it is totally free. But let me also thank the IT team, Lion Siobhan, Lion Wendy, Lion Alvin, for a great job that you all are doing in general, and also for presenting this. It's well needed, well deserved for our district. And, you know, again, as district governor and from the entire cabinet, let me thank you all. Of course, I need to thank my GLT team. They have been doing a tremendous job, you know, and, you know, they continue to bring us these webinars and seminars and continue to educate us to make us better Lions and Leos. So once again, Lion Judy and your team, let me thank you again for a wonderful job that you're doing. And fellow Lions, for all of you all that attended from 60A and 60B, I believe I see 73 of you. Thank you again for joining. It was great to see all of you all here. Lion Judy, thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Lion District Governor. Always a pleasure to have you with us. And our team continues to support as best we can. So now, as Kofi says, that's not Kofi Annan, but Kofi the singer, the Jamaican singer. She says, gratitude is a must. And because of those wise words, I now call on the president of the St. James Lions Club, Lion Olivia Williams, to move the vote of thanks.
Good evening, fellow Lions. Are you hearing me clearly, Lion Judy?
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you. Lion Judy, thanks for the opportunity of moving the vote of thanks. Lion Siobhan Sutherland, thank you very much for taking the time in making the presentation on such vital information on how to access the Lions Connect. Indeed, you have taken the time out to do your presentation in such a timely fashion. And I also want to say that you have shared a clearer view with us as you go through the steps on how to access the Lions Connect and to use the platform in numerous ways. I am sure us as Lions who have not yet registered for Lions Club International will get on board shortly, and club officers will not have a problem now once they start exploring on how to schedule meetings with this Lions app. Thank you very much for your awesome presentation.
Thank you, Lion Olivia.
You're welcome, Lion Judy.
Lions, so we have come to the end of this session. Once again, on behalf of GLT, let me thank you. Special thanks to our sisters and brothers, young and old, in 60A who have joined with us. It's always a pleasure having you here. And I have started attending some of the 60A sessions, and I find them informative and very enjoyable. So we look forward to have you attend more of our sessions, and I await further invitations for me to attend, and other lands, of course, to attend yours. We in the leadership team, we have to take breaks every now and then. So you probably won't hear from us for a little while. We are planning a session which is geared towards persons who are involved in making virtual presentations, whether they be at club levels or at the district, maybe your zone, your region, or the district level. We want to help you that when you present something, it is clear and it is useful to the persons who are watching it. So we want to do a training session for the virtual trainer. So listen out, because we'll soon start advertising on that once we have tied up some loose ends. So our team won't see you until after the holiday. I know it sounds early to wish you stuff like Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, but in this virtual world, things are moving very, very quickly. So the GLT would like to wish you a happy holiday season. However you choose to celebrate it, please stay safe. Stay safe. One love from the GLT. Bye, everybody.
Good night, fellow Lions.
Bye.
Thank you
Thanks,
again.
Lion Judy, as usual.
Good night, fellow Lions.
You're very